Just a thought. Just a thought. Got something to share with you, and we'll jump into that later. Why don't a lot of resellers make good bank? That good coin. What's the problem with that? I've been thinking about it and I got this query that came into the Facebook. Well, it was a Facebook message on my fan page. Then I put it in the group because I didn't know how to answer it. Apparently, this woman was going through hell. She had a problem with goodwill. Question for you today. How would you like to get $100,000 for $399? I didn't know how to deal with it because I've never bought or thrifted from Goodwill. I've never been a picker or a thrifter type person. I didn't even go to the flea market. So I just like booted it to the group and they showed up and it's like this for folks who are doing it. But it got me to thinking. It got me to pondering, why are so many resellers / business people / hustlers are not making the bank nor the coin that they want? Something to think about. I think the problem is a lack of esteem. Yes, low self-esteem. That's what I'm saying. Low self-esteem. And this is why. When I put it, matter of fact, I might actually have it. Yeah, I can do that. It's kind of cool. Okay. So this book right here. Let's just put it on back, All right, I discussed this concept in this book. And you see this book right here? I discussed it in this book. The reason that a lot of resellers don't make a lot of bank is refusal to move up the average price of cost and goods sold, because that means you would have to spend more money since you're in a resale environment. Now, what do I mean by that? You got to sell shit for more money. Just to break it down, just to make it really, really plain, so people are like, I don't know what he's talking about. What is this he's talking about? I'm going to break it down for you so it's forever broken, and you will get this. Trust me, and you will love me a long time. Number one, you have got to get over small items. I know, once again, discussed it in these books. Concept years ago. Let me tell you what happened to me. When I got into the storage auction game, I was buying stuff I can move with my car. Realized shortly, like the first load, that was going to be a bitch. I mean, a really big bitch. Because you were limited by infrastructure, and this is something I talk about in my course, 30 Days to 2,500. Talked about it in the books over there, talking about it to you. If you do not enhance, build up your infrastructure, you are going to, that's it. You're going to keep hitting that ceiling. And I know it's like, Lyndon, I don't have no money. Look, I'm trying to help. No. You don't think that your business is that important. You don't. You just don't. Now, these are the steps for you to up your price. Once again, I'll use myself. After figuring out that shit was going to be really hard, I rented a U-Haul, which was expensive. But you have capacity in advance of profit, which means you're going to have to spend the money to get the capacity before the profit comes back to you. Without the capacity, you can't get the profit. So that's what I did. And I rented trucks with the expectation of buying a truck, which I never did. Actually got a really good deal leasing newer trucks. And at one point had not one truck, but two. Now this was cost, but let me break it down for you. I bought this unit, and this is really, really good. I bought this unit, right? And actually, let me go back further before I became educated in the storage auction flip game. I saw this dude with a ponytail. We were up in Marietta. I remember it was on South Cobb Parkway. He bought this unit. Door goes up. It looks shitty as hell, right? Big unit, big boy unit, all of this stuff in there. Door goes up, shit's falling all over the place. I back up because it is beyond my infrastructure and it is beyond my capacity. So I back up and I watch Ponytail and some other people go at it, and the unit goes for $650. At that point, I'm just like, they done lost their damn minds. Well, I found out later that Ponytail had this unit. It was a 10 by 20, full from the rooter to the tutor, and he made out like a bandit. And let me go back and deconstruct what I missed because I had a lack of knowledge. I had a lack of knowledge. And there was 3 bedroom sets in there. You saw the headboard, you saw the racks, you saw all this other stuff, right? Chest of drawers, 3 mattress sets. He saw 1 bedroom set, he balanced out, and he was into the black zone. You know, the black zone, that beautiful place, the black zone, right? Called profit, after selling 1 bedroom set. So he had 90% or 95% of the unit left to sell. He was already in profit. This is one of the reasons that I started to buy bigger units, because sometimes I lost my ass, but 80% of the time I won. So there was an 80% win rate because I increased my capacity. So if you are just doing small stuff and you're doing all of the sourcing, you're doing all the shipping, you're doing all of the listing, you're doing it all, you're costing yourself money because you will never, ever increase your capacity, your infrastructure. Your infrastructure is like your transmission. Let's just say you're super smart. You picked up the game quick. You got money in your pocket. You got all that, right? But you are a scared little bitch to go to that next level. You got the money, talent, but you never ever push forward. And you see people like me who didn't know much pass your ass. And then that's when the hate darts start and the hate grams and all of the, he don't know what he's doing. That motherfucker's crazy. All that stuff starts. And you see this because the thing is, it's all about pushing up. Now, once I became educated in the resale game, I would buy a unit, sell 1 or 2 things, make the money back that I spent, and had all this other stuff for profit. And that's happened. I developed these buying profiles, once again, in these books. Now, if you are trying to grow your business, because the reason I jumped into that is the same thing happens in any business. If you do not increase your capacity, which may be hiring employees. Other day on the live stream, someone asked me about their cleaning company. I think it was Benning, Richard Benning, something like that. And I said, hey, you just got 2 accounts, hire an employee now. Many people are like, no. Yes. Number 1, you're not used to the money yet. Number 2, you will take on the position of a manager. The company may not pay you for a year or 2, but if you go ahead and reinvest the money back in the company, get it to a certain size, so when you get ready to say, see you to your job, there's money for you because you've built the asset, because you've built the capacity and you've built the infrastructure. So if you want to make more money, because you know, people have made jokes about some of the stuff I do. I have stuff like the books for the low, right? And then at one point I had a $50,000 package. Did a lot of people buy the $50,000 package? No, I sold 2. And just to be elitist and totally contemptuous and just to be elitist, just to be an ass, just get down to it. I sold 2 in a year. So there are some of you who are working 60, 70, 80 hours a week to make 30 to 50 grand reselling when you look at the net profit. Yeah, I didn't have to sell a lot when I do my courses, when I do the platforms. That's the reason that I keep pushing the price, because I know that if I want to make more money, it is better to push the price to increase the quality, to increase my service, than to keep trying to scale on this small shit. Because I can tell you, for someone that had a warehouse where 4,000 square feet was dedicated to small stuff, it has a point, a ceiling. Because once we got to about $4,000 to $6,000 a month, which was great, paid the rent of the warehouse, paid a lot of stuff, it kind of just petered out. And it became a bear because this is what would happen. Saturdays were wild. We would get there early, put all this stuff in. Then those folks would come in, bam, go straight to it. It got to the point that I knew, based upon the look upon their face, what they were coming for, more than likely what they were going to buy, because I would sit at my desk and I would watch people, and I would watch where they would beeline. And that little observation is the reason that we put the dollar section all the way in the back, and a lot of nice stuff that they had to pass to get to the dollar section so they could see it and they could sniff it, right? And that was a good tactic. It worked very well. But the whole point is, if you want to make more money, you're going to have to increase your capacity. You're going to have to increase the average price that you sell stuff. When we were doing eBay, we had the same problems when we were selling $10 to $25 items as we did when we were selling $300 to $2,000 items. We had the same problems. It gets harder because you have to have the reputation, because I had a separate furniture account that had nothing but furniture feedback. So, like, you go right now, go to eBay right now and check out the people who are selling high-end watches, like Rolexes and stuff. You'll see that they may have 1,000 or 2,000 feedback, but it's all high-end watches. That's what you have to do. Now, for those of you who are still here